Hello everybody, this is Cecilia from Gamezo covering LEC Summer Split 2021, and I have the pleasure to have with me Fredy, head coach for Rogue. Hello and nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too.
First of all, congratulations on your 2-0 win during last week. You're now on top of the leaderboard next to Misfits. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I think we're actually really happy about it because we were one of the last teams to start practicing in Europe, apart from Mad, but obviously Mad had MSI. So the fact that we managed to kind of recover our form and be sitting pretty on top of the league with Misfits is really great for us. I think it's a huge kind of achievement. So we still have a lot of energy to give.
And less matches were played on patch 11.13, where few changes to both champions and items have been introduced. What are your thoughts on them, and are there specific items and champion that you think will shape the new meta from now on?
I think most of the changes are not too influential. The one item, I forgot the name. I think it's Holbreak. The one
Yes,
where you stack.
Hullbreak.
Yeah, this one is, I think, quite influential in the meta. It can be if you have like a Fed support that might want to buy it, or kind of a Fed top laner. You can really negate damage from a lot of from a Fed person on the enemy team, right? So this item I think is very influential, and Stride Breaker. This was kind of huge for some champs like Nocturne, for example. But the patch wasn't like too big. It just made champions a little bit more OP, I think, honestly.
And regarding, in fact, champions and Nocturne in specific, looking back a little, you introduced the Fiddle Nocturne combo during your match against Misfits in week 2. Are there any other bizarre combos that Rogue has up their sleeves, if I may ask?
Yeah, well, not so bizarre as that one. That one's quite special, I think. But we are definitely like expanding what we're playing. There's a couple of champs, I think, coming in to the meta still that people haven't picked on to yet. Don't really want to say them yet, but so we're kind of expanding our pool and what we're playing, because right now we've been sticking mostly to kind of the meta stuff, which is good, right? But yeah, we're exploring new champs, and maybe we're gonna see some more this weekend.
In fact, with this weekend, we have officially reached the end of the first half of the split. Are you satisfied with the team performance so far, or do you think there are things you could have done differently?
For sure, there's always things we could have done differently or drafted differently, but looking at where we are, we don't dwell on them too much because they're just lessons learned. And kind of like I said, when you start practice late, you expect a lot of mistakes, and I think we are playing really well, but we are making very big mistakes sometimes, and I think that comes from just being a bit rusty and stuff. So to be 7-2 after the first round robin, I think we're very, very happy with that, honestly.
And looking forward this week, you're facing first Misfits for the top spot on the leaderboard. So far, just you and Mad Lion succeeded in taking them down. What's your opinion on them?
I think they're pretty good. I mean, they improved a lot more than everyone thought. I think their drafts have been pretty solid. They just have a good idea on how they want to kind of play in this meta, I think. They still have some weaknesses. We can probably like smash them in lane and early game, and I think that can like snowball for us for the rest of the game. And yeah, I mean, our first game against them was pretty close, but as well, we also did a huge mistake that put us equal gold when we were very far ahead, right? So, Misfits, I'm quite impressed with what they've done, considering there was no big changes to the roster or anything, right?
And the second team you're going to face on this Saturday is the rematch against G2 in a best of one. There's a little bit of talk about that match. Do you think you'll be able to break their so-called curse?
Yeah, we might end the loss streak. That could happen for sure. uh, I don't know what it is with them. I think we've also lost a lot of the first games in best of 5 against them, so we just tend to like lose the first game against them. Well, we're gonna see. You know, we've tried many different approaches over the splits, and we seem to always lose it anyway. So hopefully we're in really good form, like I said. So we'll give it our all, and hopefully we can break the curse against them.
Lastly, I wanted to ask that we're slowly approaching playoffs, and you're in the top form right now. What does it take to be consistent in your performance as a team over long competitions such as the LEC splits?
I think there's a lot of elements. I mean, we try to make sure that we have something to improve on every week as a team so that we can feel some kind of growth, and we keep the routines. We make sure we keep the routines and exercise, things like this outside of the game, consistent as well, so that it's nice to have like just a system, you know, and being healthy and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot. And coming up to playoffs, I think in the past we had actually bad reads on the playoff patch in week 1. So that's definitely something we're going to try to address and fix this time to hopefully not have a bad patch read. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. These were all the questions I had for you today. Good luck on your next matches, and see you next time.
Thank you.